Happy Tuesday, beautiful souls, wherever you are on this phenomenal planet. It is time for Shift Your Thinking Tuesdays, where we transform our inner experience to phenomenal outer experience for 13 minutes of our time, of our day. We do it together. Yay! Excuse the clapping on my mic for those of you who are listening on the radio podcast. Hey, Jerry Burton Sr., shout out to my Instagram fam. If you jumped in, say hi, say hello. Yes, I am late, but right on time. We do this every morning, every Tuesday at 8:10 Pacific time, 11:10 Eastern. However, I forgot the keys that I needed for a property later today at home, so I had to go back and get it, so that way I didn't come and then go. Yes, so this is going to be a great episode. I think someone needs it because I know I need it. We are on episode 80. We are doing amazing things. Can you believe that? Shout out to Revolutionary Minds Cinema. Love that. On the IG, make sure you drop a comment, say hello. And if you are new to us, welcome to Shift Your Thinking Tuesdays. We are available on radio podcasts everywhere. Spotify, Stitcher, Breaker, Anchor FM, Google Play, iTunes, a plethora of podcasts everywhere. Okay, woo! I see, I be hyping this place, huh? I be hype. All right, cool. So let me set up the caption. 24K Levi is in the building. Antoine, Landscape Lowry is in the building. All right, fam, I'm here. I know, but you know how I feel about things. There are no coincidences in life. There are nothing but synchronicities. So, episode 80. Yo, who's been here from the beginning? Press 1 if you've been rocking with me at least 70 episodes ago. I'm going to definitely be doing some giveaways as we start to pump up. Your girl's been on a lot of projects. So I released another book. I'm amping up partnerships with the nonprofit. Hey, Priceless Dancers is in the building, and a lot of different wonderful things happening. I'm heading new committees. I'm doing this and that, all in all good fun and good spirit, which is wonderful. So episode 80, as we continue our series from Shift Your Thinking, Dean Del Sesto, 200 Ways to Improve Our Lives. I'm calling this See the Light at the End of the Curve. Don't you love that? See the light at the end of the curve. This is going to be good because it just shifted. It did for me when I read the section. And if you're following along in the book, I'm in the section where he says, listen to this. This is the section that we're in. If you have this book, all right. For those who can't see the light at the end of the tunnel may be curved. Who has curved tunnels? Life is not just straight. There's angles, there's curves, there's forks in the roads. So this is perfect. He says, for those who may not see the light at the end of the tunnel might be curved. Therefore, the light is at the end of the curve, the learning curve. Ooh, learning curve lessons. I already like this. You see how I just knew this was going to be so yummy and so good. Okay, I want to make sure before I get into the logistics of things that I am on. If you are viewing, make sure you tag someone and share the love. Let somebody know that we do positive transformation. This is personal development. And I cross-pollinate this show. This is a bonus series on the Ready, Set, Real Estate platform. Why? Because nothing I teach, no one I bring on the show, who are here to empower you, fill you, pour into you, none of that will matter if your mind, body, and spirit is not ready to receive that. Real estate is a mindset. I really, really am wanting to drive that home to you, that real estate is a mindset. Why? Because wealth is a mindset. Real estate is a vehicle to that. Real estate is a vehicle to that. All right. Ballin CEO. Shout out to Ballin CEO. We got a champion is on today. Woo, I feel like I just raised my vibration. There's a champion on today. Winners. All right, so here we go. Thank you, Mikiela, for sharing the video. Thank you. And here we go. The author says, if life came with a manual, it would be 40 miles thick and would take several lifetimes to get through. True, we always hear these people commenting that there is no book of life, right? However, this is why it's important that we learn our natal charts, right? Learn the codes. Learn the code so you can interpret that. Learn the codes so that you can interpret the guiding posts along the way. Okay, stick a post-it in that. We'll come back to that so we can learn as we are moving forward. The author says it would also be pretty useless considering that our life is different from the next person's and so on. Absolutely. And that's a very key lesson right there, is learning not to compare where you are with someone else, Lisa. In fact, Rob Bay and I did a show on Sunday talking about this. For those of you who are not tuned in on Sundays, there is a playlist on my YouTube called the Spirit of Business Course that is merging, aligning your spiritual gifts with your talents, putting your spirit and your money together. All right. Michelle, thank you. She's like, and that's because we've never spoken. So I'm always reading your names. So yes, thank you. Thank you. I got you, sis. Ooh, I'm feeling this today. All right. This is going to be wonderful. And as I shared with that, let me finish that thought. As I shared with on Sunday, when you are magnetizing, for instance, you have connected with me this morning at this time, which means you have raised your frequency at this level. It's not so that you can say, oh, look at Lisa, look what she's doing. I am a mirror reflection of you. You have magnetized yourself to something different because you said you wanted something different. You wanted more positive in your life, right? More wealth, abundance, health, all of that. Be spiritually in tune. Y'all see me rocking my clairvoyant entrepreneur. Time and time, I keep showing people that you are the alchemist, right? You are the magician. You are the God. I am divinity. Don't be afraid to own that. That's where people get mixed up. Bongo, ATL is in the building. He said, blessed love, Lisa, and everyone in tune around the globe. Absolutely, because we on the World Wide Web. Share some love. Absolutely. I'll continue. I just really like that right there. He says, however, it seems the older I get, the more things confront me. The older I get, the more things confront me where I have no previous experience or frame of reference. That's the learning curve. Allow yourself to become a genius. Watch yourself become a genius in learning something new. Let me say this. I've published now, this is my 5th book. From the first time I did it, the learning curve, it has gotten so much easier that my goal this year is publish 3 books. I'm already on book number 6. Why? Because I went through the learning curve. It's gotten easier for me. And I have these moments where I say to myself, dang, genius mode. Do you celebrate saying genius mode? Yeah. Hey, Florence. Shout out. She says hi there. Thank you, Bongo, for sharing. Jerry says, you say there is no book of life. There's tons of book of life, depending what your spiritual practice is. Whatever is your truth is your truth. I was referring to people saying that we're not born with the manual and so forth and the how-to, which is why depending on whatever book of life or truth or if you're religious, whatever secular tradition that you are practicing and you're using that, learn to read the codes. It's the learning curve in there to interpret the metaphysics and the codes that those books are sharing. How are you applying that to life? Something simple as this. This is 200 ways to improve your life. How do I apply this to life? Right? 24K Levi says genius mode. Celebrate that. Let's continue because I'm serious. I learned this along the way. And then I go genius mode. When you get on a new job and they say, okay, we're going to train you. We'll train you how to do this. Don't worry about it. We're going to train you. The learning curve, guess what? You get to be in your genius mode because your cells, your mind, everything is going to expand. You create new synapses in the brain, the electrons in the brain. There's literally chemical synapses going off, sparks like this. Boom. Every time you learn something, boom. Oh. Michelle says, this is needed. We must infuse empowering activity. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm with you, sis. All right. Okay. I'm so pumped. I'm so excited about, I've had some challenging couple weeks. So in contrast to what you are seeing, I've had challenging weeks. I've been in my genius mode though. That's what's amazing about this. All right, I'll continue. The author says, as a result, the first feeling he says I get when something new pops up is a feeling of uncertainty, right? How many times do we, uncertainty, possibly self-doubt, you're unsure of your capabilities. Is that identify? We talk about EQ a lot on this platform. We talk about EQ. What is EQ? The emotional quotient. Interpreting the emotions that you are feeling. That is the powerful person that can take the emotions that they're experiencing and interpret why am I experiencing this right now, right? Why am I upset? Why am I sad? Will I allow myself to cry? I am happy. I'm excited. I am blank. Interpreting that. She says, reading up levels, the genius energy. Yes, Michelle. Okay. He says, and in some cases, it goes so as far as inadequacy. Oftentimes, when we are posed with something new in that learning curve, we will interpret that we are inadequate. And let me say this, let me share my affirmation for you. Whenever I am feeling with my back is against the wall, or it's something new, and I'm activating my genius mode, I said, I have access to everything that I need. Why is that? Because I am saying I'm equipped with it. I have the skill, the talents, the gifts. I am activating everything that I am. There is no inadequacy. Because guess what? You created it. You created the scenario, the learning, the lesson. You did that so that you can phoenix into who you need to be, the level up. People use that word so loosely, that phrase, hashtag level up. We use that so just lightly. However, there's true ascension happening in your life. Pay attention to your circumstances. We did this. We often do this, right? Measuring where we are today in reflection to where we were last week, last month, last year. Woo. She says, okay, checking back in, got to move the Corvette. I heard that, blessed be. Exactly. Yes. Thanks for the love on IG. I love all the hearts. Loving all the hearts. Is this resonating, right? Because we are all having this human experience, right? Where we have felt inadequate once upon a time. I'm working on something. I'm actually launching, stepping into launching my first documentary project. Don't you think I was uncertain? Processing inadequacy, and I'm using words like, oh, this is unfamiliar. No, I know this stuff. I'm equipped and I have access to everything I need. I know a film producer. He calls me on yesterday. He gives me the 4 parts of how to get this from vision to full manifestation in production. Boom. I did that. My genius mode. How do you think I felt after I hung up the call? I said, geez, you're a genius. I have access to everything I need. My learning curve is at the end of the curve. My light is at the end of the curve as we talk about seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Yes, yes, but my tunnel is curved. I love this. All right, he says, and in some cases, it goes far as inadequacy, right? He says, the fact remains that nearly all of the stress we experience today has to do with things that are unknown to us, right? That's where the fear, that's where anger, that's where all those negative emotions tend to be born out of when we start to see people act out in violence, when we start seeing people acting out, period, because it is unknown, it's unfamiliar. That in itself, that's a whole nother episode. Ooh, let's see. Let's follow along if he breaks that out. He says, whether career, relationships, or other health or otherwise, our perspective is always clouded and our confidence always flimsy when we know little about the issue, the subject, the situation, the person, and in some cases, even the opportunity. Ooh, especially as we talk about opportunity, the newness, the relationship. You know, it's one of the things, you know, as I'm thinking about in terms of relationships, blocking your blessing when you meet someone because it's unknown, it's unfamiliar. And then because of whatever traumas you're bringing from past relationships, you limit how you would conduct yourself. You limit how you would express yourself based on previous experiences, thereby punishing that person that had nothing to do with your past experience. Right? Nothing to do with your past experience. Don't be a blessing blocker. We covered that 60 episodes ago, and you'll hear me say it regularly. Don't be a blessing blocker. Jerry says that's so true. Shout out to Tiff, Symphony 2012. We are limiting ourselves based on our experiences with other people instead of being our full potential at every moment. Being our full potential, showing up 1,000% every time. Because guess what? The secret of money is energy and currency and relationships. People are attracted to that. They're attracted to that energy. Positive, feel good. I'm going to feel good, right? So as I express that and exude that, I magnetize that. I'm a money magnet. Money flows to me easily and abundantly and freely. I do that when things are yummy. That just felt so yummy. All right. He'll say, our perspectives is always clouded, right? He says, but whatever exists or comes into our life that we're uncertain can always be tamed if we immediately begin a journey of learning the journey of learning. Begin the journey of learning. When have you stopped learning? If you stop learning, you're dead. You learn to walk, you learn to crawl, right? Walk, run, formulate words. If you have been gifted and blessed with the ability to speak, the ability to hear, the ability to see, all those are learning curves. At once upon a time, you could not do that. It's like when I got into business and I looked, I said, I wonder what I will look like. And I started to formulate that vision of what I would look like 5 years into my business, right? Once I got licensed as a real estate professional in 2006, I said, what would I look like in 2011? Where will I be? 2011 comes, I go, wow, where will I be 5 years from now? What would that look like? Why? Because I'm tapping into my genius mode. I'm saying that there are going to be things that I'm going to learn, and that feels amazing. Excited about learning, tapping into your genius mode. You are a genius because the things that you know how to do right now, you did not know how to do. You learned that. These are learned behaviors. All right, but he says, instead of wondering or overthinking, first responders in the medical profession are trained to do the same drill every time a catastrophe hits. That's a great point. He says, our discipline to handle new circumstances should be similar. It reminds me of a thing, what I used to do with my children. My son is 7, so he's not at this age yet where I'll do this with him. My daughter, who's now 18, I remember when she was about 11. And as we talk about our bodies and sexuality and stuff like that, I used to role play with her. I role played with her scenarios of if she was in a situation where someone offered her to smoke, maybe touched her or maybe approached her, how would she respond? We're playing for the win. However, if you're not put in those scenarios or situations, that's why as practice is good. So she knows how to respond. She's equipped, learned behavior of how to respond to that scenario. Same thing with us. I think about with dating, right? People are so selective in waiting and saying, I'm waiting for this perfect, oh, so perfect. However, and I'm saying that in relation to my experience, right? Just, in a relationship, very young, 12 years, separated, then single. And then I go, whoa, what do I do now? And it's, if I'm playing to win, I got to jump in and play. I can't be on the sidelines saying I'm waiting for the perfect blank. Shout out to Bruce. Hey, Bruce. And I'm saying that because when I bring up relationship, when I bring up, traumas, hurt, money, job, that's because those are things we are desiring as humans. Those are tools for us to live our full potential. When we are paired with the energies that magnetize who we are. All right, y'all. Woo. I'm feeling. All right. He says, our discipline to handle new circumstances should be similar. We should move into the mode of discovery, genius mode, and use every means necessary to get schooled up on what is real, how we can deal, and then see how we feel. I equate that right now with me doing the commercial real estate series this month. I'm bringing on guests that do that tap into that. I've raised my frequency so that I'm on the same platform because that is something I'm looking to incorporate in my business. More commercial, more multifamily, larger units. Was I uncertain? Yeah. Feeling inadequate? Yeah, because I'm not trained. But I said, I have access to everything I need. I have a platform. I can connect with the people that I need to get me to that next level. See how that works? Genius mode. I'm feeling all gushy about it because I'm like, yes, I'm in my genius mode, tapping into what I need. I'm not yelling, y'all. For those of you who are listening on the radio, I'm not yelling. This is my overly excited energy because I'm feeling really pumped today because I actually will be launching a new marketing campaign for my business. And I got that from an attorney partner yesterday. So as I was thinking, what am I missing, right? What can I implement? I said, I have access to everything I need. I get a phone call with a major lead that says, hey, you should think about doing this. Boom, I create the marketing. It starts today. Genius mode. All right. He says, as we wrap this up, the truth is that our levels of confidence and clarity will generally be proportionate to the depth of our inquiry. One of the things that I do with the children of Real Estate 100 Youth Foundation is I support their innate curiosity. Somehow, somewhere along the way, as we grow into adult form, we stop asking. We stop being curious because we feel like we will be shunned. People will embarrass us if we don't know something. No. Every expert was once a beginner. And with that, you guys, this is my time. I love you. I love you. I love you. If you haven't heard it for today, have a powerful and productive week. The CTA call to action for this week, tap into your genius mode. Do that one thing that makes you feel uncertain, because that's the wild idea concept where your money is sitting, where your love is sitting, where your abundance is sitting. All right, y'all. I will see you next week for episode 81, Genius Mode. Woohoo!